Get up, world. Coming to your timeline, The Unusual Suspects, a Christian's perspective on sports. Now let's meet the team.
Yo, this is Myke Third Degree Burns. And the reason they call me Third Degree is because I destroy and demolish all competition and debate.
Yo, this is Dave Willis, also known as D Will, because I am that guy. When it comes to sports knowledge, there's nobody can touch me. I played the game, I studied the game, I know the game.
Hey, this is Yolanda, Yo-Yo Parker. The yo-yo means I go up and I go down. It just depends on how you bring it. I'm the mom of 3 sons, been in sports for a long time. You can bring it, but you'll see a whole different beast.
Oh, yeah, baby. It's your boy, Vic Kansas. They call me Vic Kansas because I rep Kansas sports, the biggest. Jayhawks, Chiefs, Royals, Sporting KC. What's up? Nobody wants to debate me when it comes to this because usually I win.
What's up, y'all? This is Myke Third Degree Burns, and I'm here with my crew, and this is the Unusual Suspects. I got my girl, Yo. Say what's up, Yo.
Hello, everybody. How you be?
Good, Lo. Good, Yo. What's up, man? I got my man, Big Kansas. What's up, Big Kansas?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good, bro. And we got the pastor in the building, my man, Dre Day.
What up, what up?
All right, and last but not least, we got my man, D Will. What up, D Will?
What's up, what's up? I decided to come back for another week, so let's get it.
Contract extension.
All right. All right. Well, it's great to see all you guys, and we got a great show lined up for our audience today. So we're actually going to start off with the NFL news is going around. The league is starting back up. Camps are starting back up. So we want to know what you guys think that if we're going to actually see the season come and see it actually come to a fruition and end as well. So we'll start with our resident football expert, D Bro, Big Kansas.
Big Atlanta today.
Big Atlanta, right?
I heard that Atlanta nightlife is popping, so I had to go out there.
You get them wings, boy?
Yeah. Sweet Lou's.
Sweet
Sweet Lou wings. Nah, I'm excited for it starting up. I'm just a little bit nervous about, like, how they're going to contain everything because, I mean, like, baseball is really having a hard time, like, containing its players. And I know, like, NFL players live a little bit more crazier lifestyle than baseball players. So it's going to be hard to tell a grown man, like, hey, when this is over with, you got to go to your room. You know, that's the problem that we're having. We see the NBA is doing such a good job containing their players by keeping them in a bubble. But sports like baseball and football are kind of hard to keep guys in the bubble because, like, you know, it's a lot more teams because they're playing their regular season while the NBA was playing 8 games for like a postseason. So we'll see. I'm excited. Hopefully they can hopefully the men can come together and say, okay, let's play the sport out and let's keep the extra stuff on the side for a while.
All right. Dre, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I'm excited. First of all, because football is an awesome sport to watch. I'm happy that the camps are opening. I do hope they take the necessary precautions to make things work. I am kind of skeptical just to see if everything comes to pass. I understand that that they are going to go about it and try to handle it in the right way, but I mean you never know with this thing. The NBA is the prototype in terms of how to handle it. But the thing is, because the game is inside, so they can really control the environment. And essentially right now it's going to be based off of, if the players can handle themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really want to play, if you really want to see this come to pass, then you just got to, bunker down and, handle what you got to handle. I know I saw something today about Jerry Jones talking about he was going to let fans in the stadium. So I guess that's my one concern is, the NBA is in one location, but are they going to allow the players to travel from location to location, or is it just going to be, set stadiums that are going to handle the games, the schedule the games? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all interesting. So we'll see how it happens.
All right. Yolanda, you want to get in here?
Yeah, I guess I'll do a little something. Of course I'm excited because I love football. I just think it. I think they're gonna do it because too much money is involved
Money
for them
talk.
not to.
Yeah.
Right, and it would be nice for them to everybody's not making the big banks like Mahomes and some others. But it would be nice for them to have some form of a bubble, so then you wouldn't have to worry. And if you're gonna let fans, you can't let the regular amount. I just think sometimes people they want it so bad that they're gonna mess it up. That's my concern.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the NBA is doing a great job. And even though you're grown, you want to get paid. So I would suck that up and just go ahead and do what's necessary in order for us to make it through this season. Because, they say it's supposed to even get worse as we get to the winter, the fall and winter. So fingers crossed.
All right, D. Will.
Yeah, I'm kind of like everybody else. I'm optimistic. I would love to see the game go on. I think what is maybe opening up some more opportunities is the fact that some of the NCAA conferences are not playing. So I think what they might try to do is play some games on Saturday, play some games on Friday nights, play some games on Thursday nights, which I think that will maybe help out. But I mean, it's just a matter of hey, we got to figure out what our protocol is going to be. And they haven't really done a good job in terms of publicizing what all theirs are. You knew
right.
what it was if you leave, you come back, you got to quarantine for 10 to 14 days or whatever. They had set stuff in place. And right now we just don't know with the NFL. So if the NFL throws the money into this whole thing like the NBA did, I think
then they'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll be fine. But just a matter of hey, what are you guys going to do? I think it might have something to do with the Hard Knocks timing. I think they have things in set, but I think they kind of want to wait to roll it out to when those episodes of the Los Angeles Hard Knocks kind of rolls out. So I want to see it. I love to sit there and just watch some football. But I am enjoying the basketball right now. And
Me too.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add to that?
I was gonna say, we kind of saw an example today where somebody tried to sneak somebody in a closed off location for team personnel, try to sneak this person in some Seahawk gear, like they was gonna pass for a personnel. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff they got to watch out for. If this is a person who's an undrafted rookie, you really don't have. I mean, you got everything to do to make sure you get on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if he's thinking like that, I'm just wondering how the people who already got guaranteed money, is gonna be acting like my money's guaranteed. I ain't got to worry about.
I ain't got to worry about nothing.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, you can do a lot more things knowing that you won't get cut. You can test people a little bit more. Aaron Donald can pull that stunt. The Rams I'm like, yo, we're gonna cut you. We're like, hey, you gotta chill out. We gotta chill out, AD. You gotta
chill. All right. It's a great discussion, you guys. And we're gonna go to our next NFL topic here. We got 2 wide receivers that are free agents, so we're gonna see if anybody has a place where they should wind up. So we've got AB, who's currently when the season starts, he'll be on the 8-game suspension. And then we got Josh Gordon, who could be possibly facing a suspension as well. But do you think that either one of those guys are going to get signed? And if they do get signed, what team do you think that they'll be signed by?
I think AB maybe have that little Baltimore connection that he got with his cousin, Hollywood Brown, and then working out with Lamar. And Lamar is really trying to push that. That would be an interesting fit because – AB is a crazy route runner. That's what he's known for, running them. Dre would know. He used to be with Dre's team. But he used to run them routes.
I don't even know. I don't know who Antonio Brown is.
And then he's going deep. And, Lamar got to work on that deep ball a little bit. But in terms of Flash Gordon, that's my guy. I know he put up some numbers that 1 year. I'm still that 1 year of hope. That 1 year. He just killed it. I'm hoping to see him back in Seattle. I think that'd be a good fit for him. I think the situation was good. I I think it was just an all-around good situation for like just giving Russell Wilson another target. So I'm hoping he goes to Seattle. That'd be dope.
I'd probably say Antonio Brown. I see him probably ending up with somewhere like Seattle. Only reason I say that is just because I feel like Pete Carroll would be the one that would, kind of take a flyer out on him. I think that environment would be good for Antonio Brown because Russell's the leader, and they follow him. You know what I'm saying? If you don't fall in line, essentially they probably not going to put up with it. So I feel like Antonio Brown is on his last chance. And, he has all the talent in the world. He just his mind and, his actions, they just, I don't know where they at. Like, he just kind of went off the rails. But Josh Gordon, I don't know, man. Josh Gordon, he used to be like all world talented, but I mean, he's gotten older. So I just don't know, if he's going to get another chance. I mean, he might, but I really can't. I
think it's reps. If he get them, like you saw what he kind of started doing in New England towards the end there.
Yeah.
And then with Seattle, he just had a reps. Like
That's true.
I'm gonna go for him like I go for LeBron. Like that's just one of my favorite.
Cleveland boys.
Hey,
Ohio boy.
Hey, he was nasty. I was like, where did this dude come from? He was just a beast. But I think if he get the reps, like I think he could get there. But
yeah,
it's all up here and it's all just getting out there on that field. So.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I would really like to see AB in Seattle for the simple fact, like, man, I'm a huge Russell Wilson fan. And Russell really never. I mean, he has like he got title lock with Doug Baldwin was pretty good. Doug Baldwin was pretty good for him, but he almost beat the 49ers last year. Well, he did beat them one game, and the second game they only won by 3. I mean, just imagine if he had a guy like AB out there with him. He lost in the playoffs to the Packers. Simply because he had no offense and he was down to his third, running back on the depth chart. All those boys got hurt before the playoffs even started. So a guy like AB that can, if he comes in with his mind right and just play football, like I listened back to that Gruden tape when he recorded that phone call with him and Gruden made a lot of sense. He was like, dude, cut the crap. Let's play football. Let's play football. You know what I mean? Like, that you're one of the best receivers in the league. Let's just play football, bro. Stop worrying about social media. Stop worrying about everything that's going on. Just play football, and you will be dominant. That's what Russ needs. So I would like to see him. So yeah, man.
Antonio Brown's a clown, man.
Hey, no, you can't call people clowns. He displays characteristics of a clown.
Nah, bro. All he's missing is the red nose, bro. He's a clown.
Is DK Metcalf in Seattle?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I guess that duo would be nice, and I guess with this pandemic, that would get him a shot at. If it wasn't for that, they probably wouldn't be looking as much. With all these people opting out, but it would be good to see them get another shot. But yeah, he would have to come in with his mind right, because
but you're gonna be missing that first 8 games. So
right.
The way this pandemic is going, they might only play 8. So
right. So who knows? We shall see.
Yeah, I heard too. They talking about him going to the Buccaneers as well. To be down there with that super team down there in Tampa Bay. But I don't think that will work. I think, like most of the guys said, there is that Seattle would be the best fit for Antonio Brown. As far as like Josh Gordon, though, I think it's just so many good wide receivers that come out every year, man, and it's gonna be tough, for him to, for him to get in there and beat somebody out, because like he didn't like that year. He was like the year that he had in Cleveland. He was like out of this world. He was fast, strong, everything. But I didn't see the burst or the speed last year. He was more of a intermediate type of route runner with the Patriots. So he was mainly like over the middle. He really wasn't getting nothing too deep or nothing. So we'll see what happens.
One play. He had that one play. One play. Tom Brady. It was like Monday Night Football. I was like, oh, he's back. He's back.
One play.
That's all you need is that one play.
All right. So we're gonna slide over to the world champions here, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Whoa, that was cocky.
Whoa. I turned my hat
you
around
see,
for
you
y'all.
see, you see the shirt here. You know, you see the shirt. Um, but yes, they today they actually signed their tight end here, Travis Kelce, to a $57.5 million deal. It's 4 years. So I just want to get you guys thoughts on that real quick. We're gonna go to our resident Chiefs fan first. Go to Big Kansas. So let us know how you feel, man.
I thought it was very, very petty of Brad Beach to wait for the Kittle news to break and then drop the Kelce contract because I didn't see it coming. I knew they was gonna try to keep Kelce, but I thought they were gonna try to get that deal done, later down the line.
Yeah.
How many years did he have?
When Kelce broke the tight end record, then Kittle like an hour later broke it. I just figured it was a little kind of backslide because all the news was focused on Kittle to start the morning. And then the Travis Kelce news dropped. I thought it was awesome. We love Kelce here in KC. The dude's full of energy. He's a KC guy. So, I'm excited to have him, for the next 4 or 5 years.
6.
Well,
Dre and Dave, yeah. I know y'all don't like talking about the Chiefs, but
I put it like this. I'm gonna say one line. You wasn't with me shooting when I was shooting in the gym. That's all I'm gonna say. Because timing, I can go do your own research on this. But people left before it was too soon. He's a good player. I still think he drops too many of the easy catches. Like literally, they do like right there, and it'd be like at the most random time he would drop it. But you can't argue that he's one of the top 3 tight ends in the league. I definitely give him that. So.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm always happy when somebody get their money. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna hit on that. I don't know. Like Kelce, to me, he wasn't as dominant last year. I'm not saying that he's already peaked. He might have though. He's 30 years old, had that tight end body. You know what I mean? So, I'm sure he's taken a lot of hits over the years and all of that. So, I don't know. I thought 5 years was a bit much. I would have gave him maybe just because at 30, I don't know. I feel like he's already peaked. I don't see him getting to that level again. So,
Yo.
Well, I was like Big Kansas. I wasn't expecting it to happen this year, but I think they did because they want to sure up Mahomes. Him and Mahomes are close, so. I think that might have had a little something to do with it too, but I can't be mad at him getting his bag. But I hope he makes it worth their while.
I hope he stops at all the off-field distractions.
Well,
stay off of Twitter. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, on Twitter.
He had a little distraction because him and his girl, they're not together no more. So I just thought that was kind of. Yeah, I thought that was kind of crazy because he just broke up with her. I guess this past week or this past weekend.
He knew the bag was coming.
A big deal.
That's what I said. You wasn't with me.
Even right. He's like, oh, let me let her go. This is gonna be too much.
I'll let you give your interpretation of how it happened. It's a little bit different on the internet.
Oh my goodness!
Man.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just say, stay focused, young man. Stay focused.
Right.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on from NFL and we're gonna hop into the hottest sport, pretty much the only sport really popular right now is the NBA. So first off, we just want everybody to just give their thoughts on what they've seen so far in the bubble. So I'm gonna shoot over to D. Will. Give us your thoughts, man.
I'm gonna say 3 names: Gary Trent, Devin Booker, and Damian Lillard. Actually, throwing another one: Michael Porter Jr. Them boys been hooping,
Yep.
hooping. I was a fan of Gary Trent when he was at Duke. Definitely followed Devin Booker when he was at Kentucky. Dame is just Dame. And then Michael Porter Jr. with the whole Kansas City connection, Missouri connection. I've always rooted for the kids. But it's good to see them like excel. Good to see them get the recognition. I was on ESPN earlier today, and they were just talking about like if they had to do an all bubble team, I think like they would be one of the people on there. So I think it's dope. Like it's definitely been entertaining. Like definitely, like you get the text message late at night, like, oh, somebody's going off or like that. So it's pretty cool to see.
Dre?
Yeah, I think the main thing with this bubble that I've enjoyed is being able to see talent that you don't normally get to see on regular TV. Like the teams that are always on TNT. You got the Lakers, you got the Clippers now, you got, the Heat, you got, so many teams that are always just on TV. Golden State, but now we get to see like Memphis. We didn't really get to see Ja during this
Hold on,
year.
did you say Golden State?
Yeah, they Golden State was on TV like the last 7 years, man. Not this season, but
yes.
But right.
They'll be back on next season.
Exactly. But nah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just glad we get to see, a team like Phoenix. You know what I mean?
I enjoyed
just being able to see the young talent and the other talent that, doesn't get the hype that the normal teams do. So that's what I've been excited about. And also, just the coming out party of the continual coming out party of Luka doing his thing, and then Dame just doing his thing too, man. I was rooting so hard for him the other night, like, and I ain't even a Trailblazers fan. I was like, come on, y'all can't lose to the Mavericks. I'm a Mavericks fan, like. So yeah.
Yo.
I normally don't watch the NBA until the playoffs, even though this is a short season, but I have enjoyed it myself because, like you said, you get to see players that you don't see a lot of. And I really enjoyed watching Phoenix today. They was putting on a clinic.
Yes.
Yeah, that Devin Booker, he ain't no joke.
I tell you, that boy can go.
Man, and so I said I was hoping that Memphis would lose so that they could make it in because I'm not gonna go against Dame because I want to see him do something too. But yeah, it's been pretty cool.
All right, Big Kansas.
It's been really cool to see cats like on the Phoenix Suns, those young guys that really kind of showed a different level. Like they was like, hey, you giving us an opportunity. Like we want to show that we can play on the big stage too. It's unfortunate that, only one of those teams will get to make it, between Portland, Memphis, and Phoenix. It will really be cool to see all three of those teams make the playoffs, man, because I think Devin Booker, man, is something special. I think Devin Booker is something special, man. I think that Ja Morant is special. It's a lot of those cats on those teams, though, that are really, really good. They're young and hungry. Dylan Brooks, man, he's been looking good, man. Dylan Brooks he's been looking good in the bubble, man. I even been rooting for Cam Johnson for the Suns, dude. He's been on my he's been following that North Carolina connection. Yo,
North Carolina.
Come on and raise.
I know y'all, don't want to give my boy any props, but Frank Mason's been hooping the last 2 games.
Oh my goodness!
I know y'all don't like giving respect where it's due. I know y'all don't like giving respect where it's due. I know.
I thought you were gonna say Devontae Graham or something. I can rock with that.
Frank Mason had 20 and 9 last night, bro, and nobody's talking about it, bro.
Okay, I guarantee you, half the people watching this show don't know who Frank Mason plays for. So why are we shouting him now?
Who does he play for?
He played for the Bucks, but y'all not gonna keep disrespecting my dude.
I did too. See, I was wrong.
I'm not gonna keep disrespecting my bro.
Why come he didn't show up today?
Hey, listen, you're in the league for a reason. We can all contest to that.
No, yeah, I'm not gonna say he's a bum. I would never say that. He getting the NBA check.
Yeah, right.
It's but I'm super scared for the Lakers though, man, because Dame Dollar looked like he ready to.
He on a mission.
Hey, they gotta win.
He's there to what?
They gotta win tonight. Like, let's
right.
Oh, I do want to shout out. If we give him props to the Phoenix Suns, you gotta shout out Monty Williams. Like his story
Yeah.
is a great story. He's a
Oh
good
yeah, shout out to Monty.
like has a respect across the league, and he got the Suns playing some good ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not all Devin Booker, it's not all
Oh.
the team, but Monty Williams is doing his thing.
He
over there.
coaching.
And they doing it without Oubre too. I didn't even think about that.
Right.
Right.
They got
Oh, Ricky
the KU boy.
Rubio's been hooping for him, man. That was crazy.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they rough.
Man.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. Junior,
Go ahead,
though.
Eli. Go ahead.
I'm happy Michael Porter Jr. is healthy. I just need him to stay healthy so he can keep excelling, because this is
Yeah.
what I see when he was at Mizzou.
Yes.
Man.
We missed that. We missed
Yeah.
a lot of that.
Yeah.
First play of the season, dude. Like,
Man, ugh.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah,
Jonte.
definitely. What'd you say, Jonte?
Yeah, I got Jonte for a little bit. He ended
Last
up
season and
he
a
ended up
half.
messing his deal too, didn't he?
Yes, they all.
Oh, Lord.
They
yo,
need to eat some burgers, man. That's what they need to do.
Right, get some steak and eggs.
Nah, because I think they like vegan or something. I mean, not to disrespect anybody who's vegan, but yeah.
Disclaimer, everybody.
But you need that protein. That
Yeah,
protein.
you got it.
right.
Right. Yeah, definitely shout out to Michael Porter Jr. And Devin Booker, because I always liked Devin Booker, and I really liked him when I found out that his dad was Melvin Booker, who played. He was like probably like my favorite Missouri point
Tell him.
guard ever.
Tell them.
Mike was big on Melvin Booker, dude.
Oh boy,
That
he was a Big 8 player of the year that year. They went to the
Yeah.
Elite 8, boy.
He
Oh,
was a hooper.
anyway, but yeah, it's been some great players, and I also like seeing Bo as well
Yeah.
with the Kansas connection as well. So he's been
Mhm.
playing good too. He got his eye dotted by Kuzma the other night, but it's I still appreciate what he's
I
doing
do.
in the league.
He
They
fell for the
struggling to
cut. He
get wins.
literally fell for the cut. All LeBron did was cut. And he trailed that too hard.
Lakers out here
Yeah.
struggling to get wins.
Oh,
See, we was trying to. It was a positive note there, brother. They clinched that number 1 seed. That's all I need to do. So it don't matter.
exactly.
All right.
All right, we're gonna go to the Eastern Conference. What do you guys think the chances are that Toronto has of repeating as the world champions?
Ooh.
I think Toronto. I think they have. I don't see them repeating as champions. I don't put it past them that they would come out the East though. Like just because they kind of remind me of like that 2004 Pistons squad. Like they just got a good team all around. You know what I mean? They play tough defense. It wasn't all about Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? Like they got a really good system in play. I think Nick Nurse is really a really good coach. You know what I mean? So, but Toronto, I could see them messing around and coming out the East. I don't see them beat somebody out West 4 times though.
Yeah, it'll be tough. I like Toronto too, Dre. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I like them or the Celtics just because they got really good guard play. And then those guys over in Toronto, they didn't been there before. So like Lowry, Van Fleet, like those guys they know what it takes to go to the championship. They know what it takes to win the championship. So I think that they can. Nick Nurse does an awesome job with coaching up the X's and O's for them and putting those guys in a good position to win. Like you said, it wasn't just Kawhi. Kawhi missed 20-some games for the Raptors last year. You know, they won like 60, 50 games, you know? Like, so they wasn't like – Kawhi was a big part of them winning, but he wasn't like, yeah, man, they didn't have Kawhi, they wasn't winning. Like, those were winning basketball games up north. So, I think they got a really good chance of getting back. But like Dre said, I don't think they have a good chance of winning it. The Clippers, Lakers, and even I think the Nuggets are a better team than Toronto, but I
don't know about that one. I would say I think last year was big for Kyle Lowry just because I think it helped him get over that playoff hump that they always had. Like before DeRozan,
That LeBron hump?
Yeah, that LeBron hump, that helped out too. But I feel like him and DeRozan, they mentally something would just break down for them and they were never able to recover from that. But I think with Kawhi on last year, I think it helped Kyle Lowry get over that. Yep. So he's been playing huge, and like Dre and Derrion said, Nick Nurse is a really good coach. He don't get the respect he deserves, but I think around the league they know he's a good coach. I can't see them necessarily beating somebody from the West, especially the top teams out of the West, like 4 times. But I can see them making a series out of it. They were making it sure. Like I don't think they'll get swept or anything, but they're a good team, and they know how to throw bodies at LeBron, which scared me when they played him. I was like, oh man, they played him really good. And then Toronto, the Clippers, they can match up really well against them. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I don't think they'll win repeat, but they'll definitely come out. They have a chance of coming out the East for sure. So.
Yeah. Yo, do you have any thoughts on that?
No, I agree. Nothing more than what they said already. I agree. They have a good chance of coming out, but yeah, I don't see them. But they would, like you said, they would give somebody a run for their money. But yeah.
And sticking with the East. So if it's not Toronto, who do you think is going to be that's going to come out of the Eastern Conference?
The headbutter.
To me, it's so wide open. It's so wide open in the East. Milwaukee been playing so terrible.
I know.
And it's not their offense, it's their defense. It's like defense has just not been what it was. So I can see Milwaukee, I can see Boston, I can see Miami.
I was thinking about them too for a minute.
I think if Kemba's healthy, I think Boston can definitely come out. They got a 4-headed monster over there with Jalen, Jason, Hayward, Hayward, and then Kemba. But I think what Dre was saying, like Milwaukee is like the worst defensive 3-point team there is in the league. Like, and the league is going to nothing but threes now, so that's not a good sign. And like, if they rely on Giannis to make a shot late, if now because the teams is gonna pack the lane in when it gets time to crunch time. So if he has to make a shot and that's what they're relying on, I'm not sure how I feel about that. So
yeah, I like the Bucks. I like Giannis. I just feel like you need a good guard in the playoffs.
Frank Mason ain't the dude.
Got fired.
What'd you say?
I said Frank Mason is not that guard they need.
Again, bro, stop being disrespectful. But no, I just feel like you need a really good guard in the playoffs, and I'm not a huge Eric Bledsoe guy.
Me neither.
But I really like the Celtics to come out the East. They just got it. I think they got it all around, man. They got the coaching and they got the guards that'll probably go for you. I think Kimba, cardiac Kimba, dude, he's healthy. He can go for your neck. So. Yeah.
Eric Bledsoe ain't recovered since Terry Rozier took him to Terry Rozier.
Man, he
Drew Bledsoe. He called him Drew Bledsoe.
Drew Bledsoe. Oh man.
Terry Rozier. Oh man.
Dang,
Devontae Graham took his spot. Shoot.
Yeah.
Right.
Man. All right. So we're gonna do. I guess we could do some quick hitters here in regards to like the NBA awards. So we're gonna start off with NBA Rookie of the Year. Just give me a quick answer and why you think that person is going to be the Rookie of the Year. I guess the top candidates here: Ja Morant, Zion Williamson, and Kendrick Nunn. So what do you guys? Who's your guys' Rookie of the Year?
Ja Morant, no question.
Ja Morant.
Ja.
Yeah, I think Ja got to take this one.
Definitely, I'm with Ja too. All right. Oh, and even on that subject though, with Zion, what are you guys' thoughts on this? How he looked in the bubble?
Cardio plan. That's my thought. Like, I mean, I think this is my thing. I think like social media went to buzz because of an angle of a picture that made it look like he was like the Black Bane or something like that. Mm-hmm. When he started playing, I'm just like, he actually looks bigger than when he was, before the season stopped. So, I mean, I think for that, the sake of his career, like I was like, man, you got to take some of that weight off the knees.
He's going to have to.
You just look like the way he runs. It's not a normal running motion. It's like it's just like a wobble. And I'm just like, come on, brother. But it's so explosive.
Like I got too much on me.
Hey, That's dangerous in my opinion. So I think if he lost about 30 to 40, I think he could be
And
nice.
keep it off.
And keep it off.
I think they're doing like him a disservice because they don't let him play. Like to me, I know his body is weird. You know what I mean? He's 6'6" and like 300 pounds, but I mean, I just think you got to let him play. Like all these restrictions and doing all this stuff. To me, that's just extra. Like I don't remember them ever doing that with any player in the 90s. Coming up in the 90s, I don't ever remember them putting so many restrictions on a guy.
They made their butt lose weight and they made him play.
Right. Like even Charles Barkley, like if you think about it, he was huge.
He was
When he
huge.
got into the league. He had, I ain't gonna say he had Zion athleticism, but he was super athletic.
Yeah, he was super. Right.
So I mean, just let him play. Let things happen, as they may. I just think they do too much with this sports science and
right.
all of this stuff. It's just too much.
All right. We're going to shoot to our who do you guys think is the Defensive Player of the Year? I think the candidates are Rudy Gobert, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Anthony Davis. Who's your Defensive Player of the Year?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Probably Anthony. I mean, Rudy does a really good job with Utah. He keeps them in a lot of games with his presence, but I'll probably go AD.
AD? Okay.
I feel like AD turned around the Lakers culture in terms of defense on that back line.
Yeah. And
everybody keeps saying Giannis, though. They keep saying Giannis.
I think Giannis is probably going to win it, but I think the right decision is AD. But
I think Giannis gets it just because of the hype surrounding the MVP. Like, I'm not necessarily, like, sold on the fact that, like, how's your team the worst defensive three-point shooting? Like, but you gonna get the defensive player. Like, those don't add up to me. But hey, I mean, I don't have a vote, so I have nothing to say on that.
All right, and last but not least, your league MVP. We got LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Say that name one time. Say that first name.
LeBron James. James Harden, I believe, are the three candidates. Who's you guys' pick?
Giannis.
LA Bron.
LBJ.
Bron.
Giannis.
What was the category again?
MVP.
The best player in the world.
Right. Giannis.
They got Harden and Giannis and LeBron.
Giannis.
Mister, they said I couldn't do it over in the West. That's what my vote.
Right.
Who said? Where did that come from, dude? Like
everybody, bro.
Everybody said
he couldn't do that in
how
the
many
West.
MVPs did he win in the East?
Four.
Four in the East. Thank you. So it ain't got nothing to do with the award.
I think that was.
They talk
I
about
think that
him
was
getting to the
overall.
We talking about overall.
I hate that y'all don't keep the same energy, bro, with this with it actually happens, bro.
I'm sorry, but Giannis don't get to play with Anthony Davis. I'm sorry.
Bro, listen, hold on, real quick. Are the Bucks a playoff team without Giannis?
Probably in the East.
Not the way they was looking at
Yes, they're a playoff team. The Lakers are not a playoff team without LeBron James.
We know that because
the Orlando Magic are a playoff team. So the Nets, so the Bucks can be one without Giannis. For real.
I can't argue that one. I can no rebuttal.
It's the East.
Yeah, so.
But you're agreeing that the West is more difficult to win, right?
Yeah. So he's making a point for us.
Right. Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
If we're going like the top 4 or 5 on each side, the East is just as tough now as the West is, as far as like the top 4 or 5 teams.
I put it like this, Dre. You do the top 8 teams. Is this split half and half?
Oh no.
If you do top 8, top 4 is not coming from the West, and the rest of the remaining 4 coming from the East, or like every other.
I would say every. Yeah, I would say every.
I think it's closer to every other. Maybe not the top 2 because I think the top 2 are both LA teams. But
yeah, that's true.
Once you kind of go after there, it's like East West kind of flip flop. In my opinion.
All right. So our last award here is for the bubble MVP. So we're nominating. I'm nominating 2 people here, and Dave alluded to them earlier. We got Dame Lillard or Devin Booker. Which one you going with?
I was thinking that.
For who? We said who?
Can they be cold?
MVP.
Cole,
They both
you
been
gotta pick
balling.
one here. They both balling,
Man.
yes.
It's Dame
You
time,
gotta pick
man.
one.
I'm gonna go with Devin Booker just because he led his team to 6-0, and nobody was really counting on the Suns to even be this good.
8-0, bro.
And he,
8-0.
yeah, I'm sorry, 8-0. You're
Yeah,
right.
they
I'm
won
sorry.
today.
They undefeated.
They 8-0, and that's amazing, man. The Phoenix Suns 8-0 in the bubble, man. I mean, they beat some good teams. So, and Devin Booker was the guy to go to, and they put all the pressure on his shoulders, and he carried them. So,
And
man,
he took
shout out
it.
to Devin Booker, yeah.
I'm gonna say Dame just because they are playing for something every single game. I mean, I know Phoenix was, but they really were a long shot coming into this. So I'm gonna say Dame because he's been putting on the show. I mean, especially with CJ and his bad back. I mean, Dame has been putting on the show
Every week.
Oh, I mean, I think I might have to go Yo's route. I might have to do Cole because pretty much Devin was gonna give you 35 every night. Like it was consistently like, oh, they got a game. Devin gonna drop 35, but then Dame just with the 60 points, the 50 points, and then coming back from missing the free throws. Like it's kind of hard for me to make a call between that. So I'm gonna go co-MVPs. Like I know that's a cop out, but I gotta.
I'm copping out.
So who was the bigger surprise to you in the bubble? Michael Porter Jr. or Devin Booker? Because I know Devin Booker, if you're a basketball head, you know who Devin Booker is and what he can do. But do you think people more surprised by Michael Porter Jr. coming out averaging, I think, almost at least 25 a game? And then also, or do you think they would be more surprised with what Devin Booker has led his team to an 8-0 record here and a chance to be the 8 seed in the playoffs?
I would probably have to say MPJ just because Mike Malone just put the handcuffs on him. And, literally, they didn't have, anybody. They literally came down there with, 8 players on the team. And so then he just had to let them go out and play. And then you even saw, in some of the early games in terms of, defensively, he's just not there yet. So he was getting pulled from the games early, after one defensive mistake. But then he'll come back out and still, score, 15 and a half. I think that's between him, and I'm going to throw another one wrench out there, Gary Trent Jr., I think they surprised a lot of people, especially, like Dre was saying, if you ain't no basketball head, I think they came out and just showed, hey,
this is what I'm capable of doing.
Yeah, we in the league for a reason. So.
I say Devin Booker just because I kind of had the thought that maybe he didn't necessarily care about winning as much. Like some people get to the league and just put up numbers, which he's been doing. I mean, they hyped up a 70-point game, but they lost. You know what I mean?
Small detail.
I'm gonna say D-Book.
I'm gonna say D-Book as well. Like Dre said, I kind of got that vibe from him as well. Winning wasn't as important. As long as he gets his, he'll be all right. But I mean, he looked like he was focused. And I know Dave threw in his honorable mention for Trent. Man, I'm gonna throw in mine for TJ Warren, dude. I didn't know that cat can get the ball in the basket like that. I was like, yo, TJ, he hooping.
I agree with that, but then he choked, or I should say he choked. He
Jimmy Butler put them clamps on him.
Right.
Jimmy Butler put an end to the whole
hurt. He ended up getting hurt in that game. He about to miss the playoffs, ain't he?
Who, Jimmy Butler?
No, TJ Warren.
He got hurt?
Yeah, that's what this report said. It said he got hurt or something. He might have missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
He got his feelings hurt because Jimmy Butler put them handcuffs on him, boy. Jeez. He had 12 in the first half and had 12 the rest of the game. So TJ was hooping too. TJ, I'm not gonna hate on him. He can get buckets for sure.
All right. Last NBA question here: whose side you taking, Dame Lillard or Paul George and Pat Bev?
Dame Lillard.
Dame Lillard all the time.
I don't know. Wishy-washy basketball players over there in LA, bro. All they do is talk and lose. They both got they neck snatched off by Dame in the playoffs, bro. They have no room to talk to nobody.
I just don't know how you call yourself playoff P but you don't come
Man.
up big in the playoffs.
After one game in Oklahoma
One
City.
game.
Oh my God.
Oh, y'all know who playoff is?
No.
Didn't have a good game the rest of the playoffs.
And then you was guarding Dame when he hit the shot.
Exactly.
So you can't, like, I don't know. I think
And Joe Ingles outplayed him, dude, in Utah.
for Utah series.
Right.
Like I think it's corny when people try to like do that on the side. Like I just think it's a cornball move. That's just me. I'm just like, yo, everybody was surprised he missed the shot. Like now, if y'all see each other in the playoffs, don't or he reached out later on talking about he wanted to make sure all the air was clear. Like nah, you stepped out there like a big boy, so you
Right.
stay your stance. But
He knew that diss track was coming.
He hit it with the big.
Playoff P, huh?
Oh man, that was hilarious, man. That's fun.
But
Yeah, Pat Bev ain't got no way. He ain't got no way to talk, man.
He's just an
There's no
instigator,
grounds
man.
to talk about Dave Lillard, bro. Pat Bev, you barely. I mean, you in the NBA, you in there because of your defense. You ain't in there because you nice on offense and you can do what Dame do. Dame can do it, man. He can do it all, man. But Pat Bev, boy, you just an irritant.
He made a name for himself when he broke Russell Westbrook, or injured Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
That's where like he literally like went to another level because they was like, who is this dude
He was
doing
doing
this?
too much that game, too, boy. I remember that.
All right. Well, hopefully, we'll actually know if Portland gets in later on tonight if they get into the playoffs. So we'll be watching and see what happens with them. We know that the Grizzlies are already in there since they won today. So we're going to go to our last topic here, which is NCAA football and all the major conferences except for the Big 12, ACC, and SEC canceling their conference football seasons and their schedules. So because of the COVID-19 outbreak. So just want to get you guys' thoughts on the NCAA canceling, most of those major conferences canceling their seasons, and also the president, Mark Emmert, saying that there's not going to be any type of NCAA championship as well. Because I know Dabo Sweeney had made a remark as saying that just because the other conferences aren't playing doesn't mean that we can't win, that the championship is like invalid or has an asterisk next to it. So just wanted to get you guys' thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'll just say I'm not surprised, but I am kind of surprised that some of the conferences are still going, but money talks. You know what I mean? Like money talks. So I had no question the SEC was going to be playing football.
Right.
Not at all.
We knew that was happening.
I'm glad they're not going to have a national title because to me it wouldn't be fair. You know what I mean? Like, how you going to say I'm the national title and everybody ain't even been playing? Like, that's like you trying to say they won it all last year just because they finished number one in the polls. So.
I mean, I personally think Dabo, like, this summer has been an interesting summer for Dabo.
Man.
Like, he's coming off. His public persona is definitely taking a hit. I think it was a stretch to make the comment he made. But, I mean, I think, although it's disappointing, I think they're trying to look out for the safety of the players. Because, like, you got to think, man, they're not the only ones on campus. Like, you got thousands of other students out there, and just trying to keep them contained is just not realistic. So I'm not surprised, like Dre said, the SEC is still going. Kind of surprised about the Big 12, but I think that got a lot of Texas influence and why it's still staying open. Mm-hmm. And the ACC got that Florida connection, so there's a lot of stuff going on down there. But it's definitely sad. You know, I feel bad for the players who this was a big year or their last year, you know, whatever. Like, I definitely feel bad for them, but I can understand the decision and why it was made.
Big Kansas.
Before I get my my reason on how I feel about it, I just want to give a shout out to all the seniors out there, especially the kids in Wyandotte County that I've had a privilege of coaching over these years that won't have an opportunity to play football this fall. They put a lot of hard work in, especially over the summer, to get themselves together to play this game. Unfortunately, we're in a situation where they weren't able to play this game at a high level. I know this moment seems dark, but joy comes in the morning. So that I hope that we stay focused and get to where we need to be. Going into that, saying that, I think it's unfortunate that some of the schools are deciding to play football when other opportunities are not. It doesn't seem like it's right, but at the same time, I understand, like Dre said, money talks. You know, the FCC brings in billions of dollars, but that just gets me to a whole nother level. You know, it was an athletic director on record saying, we make $10 million at this school playing college football. The reporter then states a question saying, well, if you make that much, why not pay the kids? And he said, next question. So that just lets me know where some of these guys' heads are. They don't care about the safety of our kids out here playing football. And I get it. You know what I mean? People are money hungry. But I think it's unfortunate that Dabo Swinney looks at it like a national championship be crowned when you was, 5 minutes away from getting your head ripped off by Ohio State last year. I just don't understand how you can see that logic. But
Dabo trying to get that championship bonus. That's what he's trying to do.
Right. But I mean, how you gonna get a championship bonus when you ain't gonna play nobody from the SEC? You playing all the weak teams out in the ACC.
Right.
Yeah, taking it personal.
Yeah. Well, I'm just kind of tired of the craziness of the logic that if I play everybody in the ACC, I'm the national champion. Well, dude,
you didn't play nobody.
Y'all been the only national champion coming out of there in the last 10 years. Nobody else been in competition. Y'all been steamrolling everybody. That's why y'all got y'all doors knocked off by LSU last year. So,
shots fired.
I mean,
mic drop.
And I know I love him some Dabo, but I just think sometimes, bro, you got to call a spade a spade. So
you got to think before you speak.
Yeah.
Yo, what are your thoughts?
But y'all know I love me some college football. And I think they might have had a chance had they did something like a bubble, but like you said, these kids are not getting paid to play. And I think their safety comes first. So it is surprising that some schools just canceled all fall sports. Some postponed and then some gonna play. So yeah, I think they probably need to get somebody in there that can kind of because whoever the guy is, I can't remember his name, over the NCAA, he's just there, but he's not really doing anything. Because to me, it seemed like when March came, when y'all canceled spring stuff, y'all should have been trying to figure out what y'all was gonna do in the fall, because I don't know why you thought the pandemic was just gonna be gone by the fall. But anyway, yeah, it is very unfortunate, and hopefully they can figure out what they can do for the kids whose last year it might be, and offer them another year of eligibility. Then some of them were saying that's gonna cost too much, but anyway, safety first.
What do y'all feel about the top college players coming out speaking out, saying that they want to play and they feel like they're safer on campus in the bubble than them being at home with their families?
I think
they might have a point.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like if they're in a controlled environment, you know what I mean, and they got top medical, people in their corner. I mean, that's a point. That's a good point.
I mean, it's great logic, and I get where they're coming from, because most college football conferences are in the same region. You know what I mean? So you're not traveling from North Carolina to California to play a conference opponent. You know what I mean? Right. The Tar Heels got to play Wake Forest, Duke, and North Carolina.
Everybody in North Carolina.
And
they all the same. So that's a great logic. You know what I mean? That's perfect. But that ain't the case for everybody. And like I said earlier in the show, like, people don't have the mindset, okay, I'm about to play this sport, let me focus in. Nah, man, I got to go hit the avenue. You know what I mean? And then it just messes it up for everybody, So you really got to buy in and be committed to it.
Right.
I mean, I'm glad to see the players speak out and voice their opinion. Like so many times in the college sports or a lot of sports, they try to muffle the voice of the players. Like, I'm glad that they're stepping up, saying like, "This is what we want." And it's just right now we're just in crazy times where everything is just it's all over the place. But yeah, it's unfortunate they won't get a chance. I'm hoping that something gets worked out because I know some of the players who definitely were like trying to increase their draft stock. They're trying to weigh the risk of like trying to play, right before a month before the NFL draft is and the combine and stuff. So like, it's just a crazy time right now. But I'm hoping like these governing bodies come together and try to figure out some kind of solution to help these players out.
And then why is it that the medical people are not talking amongst each other from the different conferences? Why is it some conferences say one thing and some say another?
It's just like the medical people in Kansas ain't talking to the medical people in Missouri. Like everybody, everybody kind of do their own thing. Like
right.
They just mandated that the USD 500 just told us Tuesday that we couldn't play football. Today, the Wyandotte County Health Department just said that nobody can play football. So that's like for Bonner High School, Piper, and Turner. But Johnson County still playing football. Like they, like some Shawnee Mission just said they wasn't playing today. But Olathe hasn't announced anything. But they're probably going to play. And all the schools out west in Kansas who haven't had a really big impact on the coronavirus, they're definitely playing football. So.
That's all they got out there.
That's all they got.
Right, exactly.
But I heard it was starting to move into the rural areas.
Yeah, because the people that are from the rural areas, when they come to the populated areas, they taking everything with it.
That nightlife is something else, boy.
No comment.
Oh man. All right. Did anybody else have any other thoughts on the NCAA football canceling? NCAA football conferences canceling their seasons. Anybody else have any thoughts on that?
I think it's interesting to see how Nebraska kind of just went rogue and was like, we was still playing. And I was just like this is like, it's crazy. I mean, it's interesting to see the different mindsets from the pocket of where the country you come from. I'll just leave it at that. I won't go far into that one. But.
You know how much money they have to pay in penalties trying to do that? No, y'all better sit still and just go work out.
Yeah, Scott Frost, man. Yeah.
Nebraska legend right
there. Crazy.
All right. Well, looks like that's our show for today. Did anybody else have any final thoughts on any other sports subjects or just something that they wanted to get out their chest before we get out of here?
It's always good seeing y'all.
LeBron James.
LeBron need to get his game on point before these playoffs start.
Right.
Don't worry about old Brian. Don't worry about old Brian. He's going to be all right.
LeBron.
I am kind of nervous. They ain't been playing too well right now, so I think I don't know if he's in playoff mode yet because he ain't shut down the Twitter or whatever.
I think if they get Portland, I think that'll kind of force them to kind of concentrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think too, like that with Avery Bradley not being there, I think that messed up a lot of the cohesion that they had, and them bringing in Deion Waiters and J.R. Smith, like trying to integrate them into the lineup, and then you got Quinn Cook having to play, and Taylor Horton Tucker out there playing. So
I was hyped on them signings though. Remember?
I was not hot on Quinn Cook. I was not hyped on that.
No.
I was not hyped on Jared Dudley. I don't know why he got him. I wanted Slim Mello. I wanted
them to get Mello.
I did too.
I wanted them to get
perfect.
Darren Collison before he decided to take a whole year off. Like, there was other plays I was definitely looking forward to than what we got. So
right. All right. Well, that is our show for this week. We thank you for tuning in to the Unusual Suspects Sports Talk Show. Again, have a great week, great weekend, and a great rest of the year. Stay safe. Keep your mask on. Have a blessed one. We out. Peace.
All right. Peace.